From a cow cooker farm to a basalt generator, here's how to build another 5 Minecraft micro farms that are perfect for any survival world. The first micro farm is this cow farm or cow cooker. Now because there's no automatic way to breed cows, it is not fully automatic, but other than breeding them, their growing up and butchering process is all completely done automatically, including giving you cooked beef. And for being a fully automatic cow farm, this is a really compact design. Now what we need to make it is in this shulker box over here. You'll need 2 chests, 3 hoppers, 7 pieces of glass, 3 dispensers, 1 water bucket, 2 lava buckets, 5 pieces of redstone dust, a daylight detector, 3 observers, a stone button, a redstone repeater, 9 polished andesite, or actually any building block you want that's solid, 18 trapdoors of any type, 16 temporary blocks, 4 ladders, and some wheat to of course breed the cows and get them into the farm. First we're going to mine out an L shape of grass in the ground, something like this. Then we'll place our double chest over here, and these 3 hoppers are going to have the first one going into this chest, then one going into this hopper, then one going into here. Now we'll grab some of these solid blocks and place 2 of them on top of each other right here, and 2 more behind them like that. Then we're going to get some trapdoors and place 1 on top of each of these hoppers, and place 3 hoppers going up on this side, 3 hoppers going up on this side, and also repeating this on the other side of the farm where the cows are killed. And of course you can flip all these up to make it more of a solid shape. Now we'll place 3 building blocks back here. And once we've done that, we're going to place a dispenser on the back of this. So these dispensers are facing into the chamber there. We'll grab some glass and put it down here to kind of seal up the bottom there. And we're also going to place it on top of the dispensers here and here. And that'll give us a nice area to have the cows be contained in. And while we're back here, we're going to place 3 pieces of redstone dust, 1 on each piece of this polished andesite here, or whatever your building block is. Place a temporary block up here, and place a trapdoor on the side of it like this. Also, while this temporary block is here, place 1 trapdoor facing towards it on that direction, and 1 trapdoor facing it on that direction, and flip them both so that they're flipping in towards this. So once those are both there, this little area is sort of sealed off, but if they're flipped like that, then it's not sealed off. And place a dispenser facing towards this block as well, not up there like I just did, but sort of more like this, so it's facing towards here. And place a glass block on top of each of these trapdoors, and place a trapdoor on top of this trapdoor to further this shape. Put a building block on top of there with a button on top of it, and then get out the daylight detector, place it here and switch it to night mode. Then grab one of your 3 observers, place it facing the daylight detector here so it's observing this. Now place 3 temporary blocks on top of here so they're 2 blocks away from the redstone dust there, and place an observer facing towards them right here so the face is going upwards, and also place 1 over here. You can then break the temporary blocks and place a building block in between them just like that. Then going up to the top of the farm, place a redstone repeater facing this direction with 1 tick of delay, and place a piece of redstone dust on top of both these observers. Now there's a reason for all this redstone, and it is if we put our lava buckets in both of these dispensers, this one and this one, so the 2 bottom dispensers, and we place our water bucket in the top dispenser here, what'll happen is whenever the game senses it's near nighttime, it will just simulate that by changing the setting on here. You'll notice the lava goes in and out at the same time very quickly, so it's just a small bit of time where the lava's in there, and that will kill the cows without burning any of the meat in the lava, so you get the cooked beef without the beef being burnt. Then place your final piece of glass on the side here next to the button, and with these 4 ladders, place them down the side. They'll just give you a nice easy access up to the top. The final step is get cows in this farm. So first we're going to want to build a way for them to actually be able to get up here. We'll place a piece of dirt off here temporarily, then a piece of dirt off there, and 2 more pieces of dirt going down to make a nice little staircase. And we're going to go find some cows. Hold a piece of wheat in your hand and have the cows follow you. And you just need 2 of them as of right now. We're going to go up here and get them into this little area here, as that's sort of like the cow breeding chamber, and sometimes they kind of have it hard to go up here. So you can always just make that a little bit wider if you're having trouble with that, or if the cows are having trouble with that. Once they're up here, sort of just try and push them into this little area here. And once they're in there, then you can push the other one there as well. There's the first one in, and now we'll get the second one in. And there's the second cow in there as well. Now to actually breed these, press this button right here, and that'll have water make them bounce up and down. You don't actually have to do that, you can breed them when they're down there. But when you have a very large amount of cows in here and you breed them, it's going to be hard to touch them all at the same time because all their hitboxes are going to be in the same place. So this is the most effective way of breeding these cows, is having the water there. Once they bred, you can turn the water off. Then the baby that they bred will fall on one of the two chambers here eventually, because they'll push it there, like it just did right here. You can see it's now in this side. Well, it doesn't actually matter which side it falls in, but we don't actually want that at first. What we want to do is flip down both these trapdoors and flip these two trapdoors here, and then flip these back. That'll sort of seal in this space, so that when we breed these cows, the baby cow will stay in this area. What you're going to want to do is occasionally visit this farm here and there, breeding these cows up until you have about 20 in here. Now 24 is the entity cramming limit, that means the entities are going to start dying there like the cows. But if you breed them up to 20, then any of the baby cows will just fly out the sides without getting killed by the entity cramming. So basically breed these until you have 20 right here. And we now have 20 cows in here. Now something you could always do is just lead more and more cows in here till there's 20. But it's up to you, and you don't actually need 20 in there, it just makes it the most efficient. Now to make this farm work, press the button, hold down right click to breed all these cows up. You can just keep holding down right click until you don't see any more hearts appearing, which doesn't usually take too long. Once you've done that, you can press the button again and let them all fly out the side. And do not forget to flip the trapdoors like I did, or your mobs will just entity cram and die. So I'll do that right here. And now that I've done that, I will breed up all these cows here, and we shouldn't have too much of an issue anymore. And if you're having too much of a problem with entity cramming, you can always have less cows up here. Anyway, we see the two cows are on the sides here, and once they grow up, then they will be cooked, and I'll show you how that works real quick. So now some of the baby cows have grown up here, and it's starting to become nighttime. And once it does become very near nighttime, and by the way, sleeping every night does not avoid this. This will sense that it's nighttime, the lava will dispense out for a second. Now all these cows will burn to death from that little bit of damage, but because the lava's gone, all their drops will instantly go into here. Sometimes the thing will turn on and off a couple times just because of it turning to nighttime. The sensor will sense that a couple times, but overall the meat won't be burnt at all by that, as it's going to be a little bit of time in between that. And what happens is you have all your meat appear in here, and then you have this awesome cow cooking farm. Next we have this cactus farm with this little drop collection area here. It's certainly not the smallest of the micro farms, but there's not really any way of making a cactus farm smaller, as half the drops would just land out here. It's still definitely an easy build to make. So all you need to make this farm is 2 water buckets, 7 signs, a hopper, 2 chests, 2 trapdoors, 14 fences, 13 sand, 13 cactus, and some temporary building blocks. The first step is to dig a 7x7 hole in the ground, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the other way 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we'll mine this entire area out here to give us a good little area to put down the water catching. And the reason why it's this big is because if it is only, let's say, a 5x5, then all the cactus will not be collected. On one side of this, we're going to dig down 1 block lower. We'll just pick this side here. So we have this one area here, and we're going to put signs on every single block that's on this little dip down, and this will stop the water. Now with our 2 water buckets, we'll place them next to each other with 1 block in between, and we'll use that as an infinite water source to fill up all this. Then we'll place 1 water bucket in the corner here. It'll all flow onto the side. Now we're going to dig out this block here, and then this block, and a couple more in a minute here. Now the first step is to dig down here, and to dig down here and here. And we're going to place down a double chest right here and right here. And we're going to place a hopper going into that double chest. And we're going to grab out our 2 oak trap doors, place them on top of each other, flip them up, and you can see there it kind of stops the water. We're also going to dig down here just to give us a nice little access here to the chest. And that's the whole collection area done. Now for the actual cactus farm, and that's of course what this cactus, sand, and oak fence is for, as well as the temporary blocks. So start by marking out the middle of the cactus farm. You can see it's 3 blocks on every side from here, and from this we're going to place 1 more block above it, and place an oak fence on either side. This will give us an area to put the cactus sand on top of, so place that around here like this. We'll also break the temporary blocks there. Once the sand's there, we would just place the cactus, but if we do that, of course, we'll get hurt. So we're going to put 2 blocks above this, and we're going to put a fence to the side right here. We're going to go on top of that fence there. But before we place the cactus down, we're going to place dirt on either side of this fence post here, and place a fence post on either side of the dirt. This will make the cactuses break off as soon as they grow. Now we're going to break those 2 pieces of dirt and place a cactus on the bottom around here. Then we'll place sand on top of each one of these 5. This is going to give us 3 different tiers to grow the cactus on. Once we have this 5 sand here, we're going to put 2 pieces of dirt on top of each other and place an oak fence on either side of this thing here. We're going to break the dirt and place down the cactus down here. Once we've done that, we're almost done. We're going to place a piece of sand on top of each one of these fence posts. We're going to place down some temporary blocks again, so one in the middle, then a piece of fence on top of that, although we can't really jump up to place that, so we're going to have to kind of make a nice little area to get up onto that oak fence, because of course oak fences and any kind of fence is a little bit taller than most blocks in the game. We'll place down our cactus on all the sand here. Now the farm is done, we can jump down into the water here, and basically as soon as a piece of cactus grows, it'll break off, land in the collection area there, and over time this will slowly fill up all the way with cactus. That's a nice little thing because you don't usually need a lot of cactus in your world, but if you put this near your base area, it's basically a silent farm other than the water sounds, and so you can just have this AFKing as you do your normal playing. Whenever you need green dye, you'll have that collecting in the chest. For the next micro farm, we have the basalt generator. It's really cool because this is a fully AFK design. We just stand here, hold down left click, and all these things will break, and they'll be collected in the hopper minecart below. And so because of that, you can literally AFK here. As long as your pickaxe has durability, you'll be able to collect more and more basalt here with no danger of getting burnt up by lava or anything else. And of course, if you put this in a safe area, you could even AFK day and night with this. And you can even see by just a little bit we've mined here, there's probably already quite a bit in the chest there, which there is. And of course, whatever you don't pick up goes in the chest there. Some does burn the lava, but there's no way to avoid that. And because you get so much of it, it's still a very efficient design. And of course, basalt can also be turned into polished basalt, which I think is a pretty good building block. So to make this farm, we need 2 chests, 1 hopper, 1 minecart with hopper, 4 powered rails, 1 block of redstone, 4 blue ice, 4 soul soil, 1 lava bucket, 4 polished andesite, and 11 oak trapdoors. So we will grab all these blocks and build the farm. And the first step is to dig 2 blocks out in the ground like this, then 4 blocks next to it offset by 1, as you can see. We'll dig down these 2 blocks, 1 and this block 1. We're also going to dig this block right here down 1. We'll place a block of redstone here, 2 chests down here, and a hopper going into that chest. We're then going to get these powered rails and place them across here. This will give a nice little area for the hopper minecart to go across, and we'll place that there a little bit later. Then you want to grab out the soul soil and put it on top of each one of these blocks here. And once you've done that, you'll want to get out the temporary blocks, place one on top of the dirt there, and place the blue ice going across here. Then place your 4 building blocks on the other side of the soul soil here, and also make sure this is soul soil. Soul sand does not work, and also make sure this is blue ice, as normal ice and packed ice do not work. We'll place down these 4 temporary blocks here, and also these other temporary blocks in here. And once we've done that, we're going to cover the entire thing in trapdoors except for this 1 block here. So there's a trapdoor on every single side of these grass blocks we just put down. And this will keep the lava in, as well as giving us a good area to have the basalt not fly out of. I just placed this one wrong down here. We'll place it a little bit higher and then flip all these trapdoors up. Now simply dig out all the temporary blocks inside of here, making sure not to dig out the soul soil. And once we've done that, we'll place down a lava bucket here. We'll get the minecart with hopper and place it down here. You can always get a trapdoor to push that if it needs to be pushed, but generally it'll start moving. And now the entire farm is basically done. If this doesn't flow in the other direction, you can always pick it up and place it down again, as this should flow in every single direction, and it usually does. And once that's happened, you can just get out your pickaxe, go to this one end here, hold down your left click, and this will start to AFK for you. Also, you might notice here that the basalt is just kind of sitting there. If it does do that, you can flip up the trapdoor, then go over here and mine it from this end. That'll make sure that doesn't just sit there instead of being picked up by the hopper. And that is the AFK Basalt Farm done. For the next farm, we have this AFK Sweetberry Farm, which may sound a little bit useless, but it actually isn't, as sweetberries can be composted into bone meal, and as well as that, this farm is incredibly efficient, and you get so many sweetberries you could use this for basically whatever you want. Now, to build this farm is rather simple. All you need are the blocks in this chest. You need 2 chests, 1 hopper, 4 rails, 4 powered rails, 1 minecart with hopper, 1 block of redstone, 9 dirt, 9 sweet berries, 9 carpets, 33 trapdoors, then 16 temporary blocks, 2 leads, and 2 spruce saplings, and these things are for the foxes. And of course you would need 2 foxes to make this farm, so make sure it's not too far away from, let's say, a taiga biome. The first step is to dig out 3 blocks in the ground like this, place down 2 chests like this, and place a hopper going into those chests, then place rails going in this pattern here, with the powered rails in between them, and place the block of redstone in the middle. Then you can place the minecart with hopper here and let it go around there. Although you can also break it at this stage as it is kind of loud, so you don't have to hear it during the rest of the farm building process. Now place dirt on top of all these blocks here, so you have a 3x3 of dirt or 9 dirt pieces. Get out your trapdoors and sweet berries and purple carpets, or any color of carpet you want, and place down the sweet berries on top of all the dirt like this. Before you place down the last one, place a piece of carpet on top of one of them, and carpet the entire thing like this, and this will give us a nice barrier between the foxes and the sweet berries. Once we've done that, we want to get these trapdoors and sort of look right there. You might see there's a little bit of a hitbox there we can kind of be looking at. And once we've done that, we're going to place down these trapdoors on every single one of these little berry bush hitboxes here. Sometimes they will place the other way, and that's okay. Just make sure you can get them so that these sweet berries are completely enclosed. And the point of that is that sometimes when the foxes will try and detach these sweet berries from the bushes, they will just fly out the edges here instead of being picked up. Now place trapdoors on top of each one of these carpets except for the carpet in the middle, and also place trapdoors on top of all these trapdoors on the sides. This will give us a small enclosure for our foxes. You could always use fences for this too. I just think trapdoors kind of look nicer, and of course they're smaller. And you can flip all these up. Once we've done this, you want to place some dirt blocks kind of leading off of here in a staircase going down to the bottom. This will give us a nice little path to get foxes up into here. And now we need to go find 2 foxes. So once you've found 2 foxes, you want to go run over to them and start right clicking on them with your leads. And once you've leaded one of them, then just go run over to the other one. As they're pretty quick, they're not going to detach off the lead there. And right click on the other one with your lead as well to grab it. Now once you have them on the leads, bring them back to the farm. Before you do that, give them each a inert item. Now I just picked spruce saplings. You don't actually have to pick spruce saplings, but because these only generate in biomes where spruce trees are, you're going to have a lot of those anyway. This cannot be an item that they can eat, for instance. The reason for them holding this inert item is because when they do that, they will try and pick the berries off the berry bushes, and they will successfully do that, but they will not be able to eat the sweet berries, which makes them a good way of farming these sweet berries, as they can harvest them for you, but they cannot eat them for you. Now simply bring them up the farm like this, sort of walk up here. They should generally follow you. And once they're up here, they're probably not going to go right into the trapdoor hole there. You can just flip up the trapdoor, and that will generally just make them fall right down into the farm. But if it doesn't, you can always just grab them and get them to come up here again. And that second fox is now in here. We'll detach the leads from off of them. And once we've done that, this fox-powered berry farm is now completely done. We'll just get rid of these temporary blocks on the side here. But real quick, we'll just grab this one trapdoor on the side here, place it here, flip it down so that we're crawling, place down the minecart with hopper, then go back up here, and now it's going around the circle. We can place this trapdoor back where it goes, and of course it landed in the chest there. And now the berry farm is done, and you can even see it collecting sweet berries already in that chest. For our last micro farm, we have a dripstone farm. This will slowly generate dripstone, and once it has generated, you can just go up here and kind of make it all fall down, then collect your pointed dripstone at the bottom. And of course with 4 pointed dripstone, you can craft into a dripstone block, making this a dripstone and pointed dripstone farm. All you need to make it is 9 dripstone blocks, 9 pointed dripstone, 12 trapdoors, 2 water buckets, 8 temporary blocks, and 16 scaffolding. You don't actually have to be quite 16, but just something like that to initially make it. We want to do is go up 9 blocks with scaffolding, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Off the 9th block, go 1 over, and then off of that, place down a dripstone block. Once you've done that, you can break this little piece below there, then make a little 3x3 of the dripstone blocks here. And once you've done that, place your temporary blocks on every single side here, so just a little area in the middle here without a temporary block, and place a trapdoor on every single dirt block here. And that will trap in the water here, so when you place it down, it will not just flow all the way off the edges. And just flip all those down. Break all your temporary block, grab out the water, place 1 here and 1 here, then grab off the infinite water source and just fill up the entire thing with water. Once we've done that, we want to go down here, break this down 2 blocks. Now grab out our pointed dripstone and place it on the bottom of these dripstone blocks here. The pointed dripstone here is really necessary so that we actually have the farm work. Now that you've done that, dig down 1 more of the scaffolding. So when this grows down 1 block, we'd be facing the block we want to break. And basically once the entire thing has grown up with the dripstone here, we can just go up here with our pickaxe and mine the second 2 top block here. They'll all fall down, and if there's any that grew down here, we'll also break these ones down here and collect them, and that is our little dripstone farm. Hopefully you enjoyed those 5 Minecraft micro farms I designed myself. Now, the most common comment on these videos is, do these work in Bedrock? I don't actually know if any of these or all of these work in Bedrock, because I don't play Bedrock Edition. I don't even have an account on there, so you'll have to test that out for yourself. But if you do find out that one does or doesn't work on that version, feel free to comment that below. I'll see you in the next video and have a great day. Goodbye.